Alright guys, I want to talk about sandbag training for a little bit. I've made these myself. I've had them for about, I think, 3 years now. I just bought three different duffel bags. A small one, medium-sized one, and a large one. And I got sand from Lowe's, and I put the sand into contractor bags like this. Doubled up the bags, tripled up the bags. Of course, for the large one, I had to like quadruple bag it to contain all the sand, make sure it doesn't like fall out and rip or anything. And then I would put it in the duffel bag, tie up the top as you see there. This one's 50 pounds, that one's 100, and that one's 200. Now, I'm not a fan of like Rogue brand sandbags and stuff like that you can buy from these places because they're not as unwieldy as I'd like them to be. I want the sand to be able to move around, so it's practically slipping out of my hands constantly. And I've got to really use my arms, my upper back, my chest, my wrist, my fingers, everything to like contain that sand and like hug it to me as hard as I can so it won't escape, right? So I'm not a fan of like the tightly packed like cylindrical bags you might see like pro strongman use in competitions. I think that's cool too, but I'd rather have this like unwieldy kind of chaotic feel to the sandbag lift. Because the reason I use these is for martial arts practice, okay? It's a supplement to grappling specifically, right? Like wrestling, jiu-jitsu, etc. If I can lift, this is about 200 pounds. I've lifted and carried this before, not in a while though. I want to get back to it. If I can lift that and carry it around with relative ease, that pretty much means I can lift a 200-pound person the same way, okay? If you can lift this unwieldy giant thing that weighs 200 pounds, you can definitely lift and carry a 200-pound person, all right? Now, I also have these bags here. These are so I can like incrementally progress, right? Because I want to jump from 50 to 100, and I definitely don't want to jump from 100 to 200. That's too much of a gap, right? So I've got these little bags here to kind of lessen that gap. This is 25 pounds, and I believe this is 40 pounds. I could be wrong about that. I'll have to weigh that later and make sure, but the point is, if I can add 20 to this, that'll be 70 pounds. Won't have to jump all the way to freaking 100, okay? So, there you go. Pretty simple, very cheap. Again, the sand's from like Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever, and you can buy 50 pounds of sand for like $4, 4 USD over here. So all in all, very cheap, very fun to use. You can deadlift these. You can deadlift them and then kind of like, speed walk with them, carry them around. That makes for great cardio and great core stability, hip stability, ankle stability, feet strength. When you really start walking with these guys, like as fast as you can, it gives you a crazy hamstring pump too. It's like hamstring, like partial hamstring curls, Also, I'll use the lighter ones to just toss around, like I'll deadlift it, almost like a Olympic weightlifting kind of technique, and just toss it over my head and behind me, stuff like that. Or I might just lift it up and slam it on the ground like a medicine ball. So, you do all kinds of stuff with these. I've also kind of deadlifted these and then held them in my arms, kind of like a Zercher squat. And that would just create like a huge, core instability factor. With that big weight, have to hold it, and it's like freaking 2 feet in front of your chest. You have to have all kinds of core stability, abdomen, and spine strength to stabilize that as you squat. So that's pretty fun too. Zercher squats, deadlifts, carries, tosses overhead. Great supplement for martial arts, particularly grappling and jiu-jitsu. Okay, when you start kind of speed walking with these, especially uphill and stuff like that, crazy hamstring work and mad cardio work too. High intensity cardio, guys. I mean, I remember, I think when I carried this one, maybe 30 feet or so, I timed my freaking, I timed my heart rate after that, and it was like 190, 190 per minute. So you can get your heart rate up crazy in like no time with these, man. So I highly recommend this for anyone who's into grappling and stuff like that. Because I mean, look, dude, again, if you can carry 200 pounds of sand that's constantly trying to run away from you, it feels a lot like carrying a person. And I guarantee if you can carry this easily, you can pretty much carry anybody around 200 pounds too. So that's the point of this, guys. Anyway, that's about it. Take care, train hard, take it easy.